Hello, hello! Okay, I finally decided to make a little bit of a tutorial of how crouch sliding works. And since I'm a lazy video editor, I'm not gonna edit any video or anything like that. I'll just show you the whole thing in an unedited footage, basically. And I will start off with just how it will look like at the end, and then I will do like a step-by-step build-up to how to get there. And I will also show a few techniques on how to crouch slide cancel, since I've been asked how that one works. And I guess we'll just go from here. So basically, what is crouch sliding? Something like this. By the end it will look something like this. That's basically what crouch sliding is. And to achieve that, it's not too hard. I guess the hardest part is to actually come from a running state to a sliding state. But we'll build step by step. So the only keys you really need are walking forward, running forward, sliding, which you can hold, or you can basically have, you know, in the options you can select them whether you want to hold it or not. In my case, I do not have it to hold, but that's up to you. And at the end, you also need jumping, because if you keep just channeling sliding over and over, you will lose the speed. So the jumping kind of helps you to get in a state of where you will be able to get a full speed out again from the crouch. So we run and we slide. And I said we need to jump. Well, if you just jump, you keep, as you can see, you just keep running. You basically already initiate a crouch slide cancel, sort of. But if you jump again, you can do that again, and it eventually will look something like this. It's kind of tricky to explain, but you want to run, you want to slide, and you want to jump twice. Something like this. And if you chain that together, basically if you slide again while in air, you'll see I'll land again a sliding. And if I do that in a running state, I start sliding again. Otherwise, if you're not running, you just, well, you don't slide. You need to run and then slide. What I usually do is, like, I have my little finger on shift, and I just lay it flat. That's kind of like what I'm usually doing. I only do that for a split second, because otherwise it's going to be weird. You can see that on the left. I really only press it real quick, and that's it. And if you can basically crouch mid-air already, and you don't have to do anything. As you can see, I jump, I already slide in mid-air, and it initiates the slide for me. So it's not too hard to pull this off. Where it gets a bit harder is if you keep chaining them together, since you always need to press space twice. The first space is to uncrouch from this, and the second is to jump immediately. And you can also do this from a crouching standpoint of view. You will have to run for a split second, so it looks something like this. If you take a close look at the buttons, I press shift and control like really quick, like this. And this helps really well in stealth, since you will basically have your crouching detection instead of the standing or running detection. So this can get you out of hairy situations very quickly. And if you see here, if I chain them together too quickly, I don't really have that much speed. Hence, I need this like jumping thing so that I can reach further distances. And if you immediately crouch again in mid-air, like this, then you should keep your sliding or like your crouching state in stealth. I'm doing this in road rage just because there's no enemies here, and there's a lot of space where I can do this on. So ignore that. But basically that's how you initiate that from a crouching state. It's a bit tricky. You can of course first start moving forward. The important thing is that you really just do shift and crouch, or like run and crouch incredibly quick. As you can see on the left, I'm like ba-bam. So again, I'm just laying my finger flat basically to initiate that. And you can chain it together again like this, to keep the speed and get out of hairy situations quickly yourself. In regards to the crouch cancelling, or like the slide cancelling, There's two ways you can do this. The one case I've already shown you. You just jump. What that causes is you stand up. As you can see, I always stand up. This is usually not that helpful unless you're like getting to this to like a vaulting sort of action. So that you can do this, then it's usually helpful. But normally you want to just keep in a crouch state after cancelling it. In which case you just hold backwards. Pretty simple. So you can basically like keep doing that and you're like, oh shit, there's a guard, and you just hold back and you cancel it. And if you do that, you can kind of like immediately turn around, even though that's pretty tricky to do. But if you're fast enough, you can get out of hairy situations in a lot of places. Obviously, you can also do this with standing up. It's a bit more weird, in my opinion. So what I usually do is I just hold back. So I press S in my case, or you can on the controller just hold backwards. That's about everything there is to that already. I'm well aware it would have been a bit easier with editing software, but I'm just too fucking lazy to do that right now, so this will have to do for the meantime. If you have any more questions, just throw them into the chat and I'll try to answer them, but that's everything I have to show. I hope this helps a little bit, and good luck icing up there.